Tell me about William when he was born, what he was like, how you were.
I dressed him in like little flannelette pyjamas. Yeah, it was so cute. And then the nurses had never seen a baby in like little pyjamas before. Yeah, it was nice. Because I had domestic violence and drug and alcohol, marijuana. When I had to do a drug screen, I tested positive after I'd had my children. Yeah, because of my anxiety, like it's not an excuse, but yeah, I've just always used marijuana to cope.
April 17th, 2015. William's foster parents speak out publicly for the first time in an emotional video released through the police.
Because I took the photo. I took 3 photos. I do photo books of what we do as a family every year. So every time we go somewhere, I have my camera and I just take pictures of what they're doing. And I thought, you know, Mum's getting old. It'd be really good for William and his sister to have memories of being at Mum's. And my dad passed away in February that year, so that was really the first time we'd been back since Dad had passed away. Yep. And we were going to go and visit Dad's grave, and they were drawing some pictures to put on his grave. They were sending some messages to Opar and things like that. And I just thought, I want to just take some pictures of that. So I look at that picture and I remember what we were doing and why we were doing it. I remember William just being absolutely beside himself with happiness at being at Nana's house. I remember the discussion I had with William about putting on his Spider-Man clothes because I wanted him to wear a singlet. He didn't want to wear a singlet, so the compromise was he'd wear a Spider-Man t-shirt underneath his Spider-Man clothes, so he was Spider-Man'd out completely. You know, all these little things that I just remember. It was just a normal family doing normal family things with their grandmother. An appointment, which is not unusual. He works remotely. We were waiting for him to come home, and then we were going to go and visit Dad's grave. Then we were going to go out and have. So we'd planned the day. And I look at that picture and I just think, minutes, and our world has changed. His sister no longer has a brother. Yep. We no longer have a son. We no longer have a child. We no longer have our boy. My mum is coping with her own grief because it happened at her house.
The police also say that the boy may have been a victim of a pedophile ring. September 12th, Where's William Week is launched 1 year after his disappearance. There are many theories on what happened. Some we have covered in previous videos. The biggest theory was the abduction. In 2015, homicide detectives stated they believed it was an abduction. Homicide Squad Detective Inspector Gary Jubilin said at the time, "This is not a little boy lost story. This is not a child that wandered off. We think there has been human intervention." On the day he disappeared, the police interviewed everyone within a 1 kilometre radius of the home between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. Police also stated that anyone who was in the area at the time who had not yet come forward would be viewed with suspicion. Another theory is the man with folded arms. Following the police confirmation they were investigating a suspected abduction, a local woman sent detectives a photo of a mystery man. The image taken during the search for William showed a man with folded arms and was sent to police by a Port Macquarie volunteer after a plea for public assistance. She said she spotted a man, a stranger, amongst the searchers and gave her the creeps. The woman told the Daily Mail Australia she did not hear back from the police after sending them the photo. In 2016, police said they had received thousands of calls and tips, including over 1,000 alleged sightings of William, none of which led to a breakthrough in the case. William's foster mother reported seeing 2 strange vehicles parked outside the home on the morning her son went missing, both with drivers' side windows down. Gary Jubilin said in September of 2015, "What makes us suspicious of these vehicles is that they were parked strangely between driveways. Shortly after the cars were spotted, William was playing outside in his Spider-Man costume, and then he vanished." The cars, a white station wagon and a grey sedan, both older models, were empty and out of place. Another 2 cars came to the attention of investigators that day, a grey or green sedan and a white 4-wheel drive. The sedan did a U-turn in a neighbour's driveway at around 9:30 a.m, while the second was seen speeding down the street at 10:30 a.m. At the time, the boy disappeared. Police only released information about the cars 12 months after William vanished, but said they were not suggesting the cars were linked to the disappearance. In 2015, another theory emerged that William had been snatched by a pedophile ring. Detective Superintendent Mick Willing of the New South Wales Homicide Squad Commander said, "One of our lines of inquiry relates to people we expect to be involved in a pedophile ring." Months later, police probed a group called Grandparents as Parents Again, with 2 members convicted of child sex offences. There is no suggestion of any other former or current Grandparents as Parents Again members had anything to do with William's disappearance, and none are being treated as persons of interest. A landmark decision in the New South Wales Supreme Court 3 years after the incident led to William's foster care status being revealed. The public learned William's biological mother is Carly Tyrrell and her estranged partner Brendan Collins is his father.
Do you think he's out there somewhere?
I hope so. And I want my daughter, I want my kids to be together. They're meant to be together like their brother and sister.
Okay, so anyone that's watching this, anyone that's going to see you, what do you say to them? What can we do?
Just don't hurt him. Let him come home.
William was 9 months old when he was put into foster care with a wealthy family from the Sydney's North Shore. The foster family were caring for William at the time of the disappearance as part of an arrangement that was intended to be permanent. William also has a famous uncle, 5 Seconds of Summer guitarist Michael Clifford, the son of William's biological grandfather Darryl Clifford. Police explicitly ruled out the involvement of either William's biological or foster family in his disappearance. Another theory that I touch upon now is a far-fetched theory. Yet when you search for William Tyrrell on YouTube, you find a very, very long documentary on this subject. The theory that William Tyrrell was taken by a yowie, also known as Bigfoot.
Well, the time I saw the yowie the best was up top, where there was this tree, there was a fork there, and I could see him through the fork of the tree. That's when I saw the yowie the best, the most. He was mainly just looking, and when Dad came out, it just walked away, up the other way.
So what did he look like?
Oh, he had brown, blacky coloured fur, and he had sort of blacky grey eyes. And he was standing on 2 legs at that time, not 4, like my dad has seen him, and that's what he looked like. And he looked furry too.
What about the face? Tell me about the face.
Well, hair like curly hair, and mangy.
In September of 2016, $1 million reward was offered for information leading to William's return, and at the time was the largest reward offered in New South Wales. The $1 million reward was announced by the New South Wales Premier Mike Baird and the Police Commissioner.
I can announce to you that as of today there will be a $1 million reward for the safe return. In fact, the return of this little boy. It is a unique announcement here in New South Wales. We've never had a $1 million reward ever before.
What we need to do is everything possible to bring William home, and that's what today is about. As the Commissioner announced, we are providing the largest ever award to bring back William to his family, to his community.
Gary Jubilin said rewards were usually paid out on the arrest and conviction of the offender, but the recovery of William had been added as a condition on this reward. He stated, "If you've got information regarding William's disappearance and you've got concerns that you could be potentially complicit in the offence by concealing the offence, that offence will be negated the moment you come to the police." That's a big ticket item that you can consider if you have been sitting on this information. If you have information regarding the disappearance of William Tyrrell, please contact Crime Stoppers. Make sure you subscribe to this channel for future updates on this case.